It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a new promo that they released from Season 11 called Paths. Now obviously this weekend is San Diego Comic-Con weekend, and we have 3 Walking Dead panels. We have the Fear the Walking Dead Season 7 panel, we have the Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2 panel, and we have the Season 11 Walking Dead panel. And of course, in these 3 panels, there's going to be tons of promotional material being released, like teasers, trailers, and things of that nature, which we're going to be breaking down. Of course, the panels haven't started yet. They start in like 4 hours, I think, with the Fear panel, and then the World Beyond panel, and finally the Walking Dead panel. But I don't know about the order of those. I think Fear is first, but I could be wrong. But I'm definitely sure that the Walking Dead panel is the final one. So this promo came out before the panels actually started, but it's definitely the first of many more that they're going to release. Now in terms of priority and the things that are going to be uploaded on the channel, the first priority is Season 11 of The Walking Dead. So we're going to be breaking down and discussing everything that they release as part of the Season 11 panel for The Walking Dead, and then going from there we're going to do Fear, and then last but not least we're going to do World Beyond. And all of those are definitely not going to be tonight. A little bit of everything the first 2 days. Now in terms of reactions, I'm going to try to do a reaction for the Season 11 trailer for The Walking Dead, and also the trailer for Fear if they release a trailer, and also World Beyond. But I'm probably not going to post any of these first. I'm going to do the breakdowns first before I do the reactions. That doesn't mean my reaction isn't legit, it just means that I released my breakdowns before my reactions. The other part of it, and this is going to be the last thing I say before we jump into it, is I won't be reacting to the teasers and promos, only the main trailers. And the reason for that is because they release tons of teasers and I don't want to do reactions to everything, you know what I mean? With that, stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this promo down. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to help me get to the 5,000 subscriber mark and join our community. Also, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to share and smash the like button and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that, let's dive in. So first shot we have is actually this shot of Alexandria with the windmill. This is taken from inside the church, I think, where they hold their council. And I think that's Magna sitting on the steps. I could be wrong, but obviously Alexandria is destroyed, and this is still the aftermath of Alexandria being attacked by the Whispers in Season 10. So it doesn't look like this is from a new battle. This is probably from the same battle or the final battle with the Whispers, and they're still dealing with that loss and that destruction. In the voiceover, Gabriel says, "If we live," and then he says, "We live," and then in the background we can actually see what I think is the underground tunnels, which we know are going to be the primary location for the first 2 episodes. And then we have this shot, and in the voiceover we have Gabriel saying, "For them." So if we live for them. Them is referring to the people that were lost during the battle with the Whispers and the previous battles that they've gone through. And in this particular shot we can actually see a destroyed hilltop. So that's the main building at the hilltop. We can actually see Carol and Lydia there. Now I'm not sure why they go there, but it's very interesting that Lydia and Carol go to hilltop. I'm sure everyone is there, but we can just see Lydia and Carol there. But it's going to be interesting to see why they go to Hilltop in the first place. And then we have this pretty awesome shot of Daryl. Not exactly sure where he is. It's too dark to see. I think he's outside because there's clouds above him. It's nighttime. And then the next shot we have is this shot of Judith with tears in her eyes, which is very interesting. This is obviously at Alexandria. And in the voiceover we have, I think, Aaron saying, "We got to get through this together." So they're all in it together. That's basically what he's saying. And then we have this shot of Rosita, Kelly, Magna, and I think Carol in the background. They're looking at something. They appear to be maybe shocked to see something, so that's interesting. And then we have this shot of Daryl, an interesting shot of him. He's covered in what looks like maybe mud or dirt, so that's interesting. And then in the voiceover, Daryl says, "I don't leave anybody behind." Based on what he's saying and the way he looks, I think he's referring to Connie here. And I think we might even see flashbacks of him still looking for Connie. Speaking of Connie, she does show up in this promo, which is very cool, which we're gonna get to. And then we have this shot of, I think, the hilltop. Everyone at hilltop. So we have Jerry, Aaron, Carol, and Lydia looking. They're shocked to see something as well, so it's going to be interesting to see what they see. It could be the destruction, they could be looking at the destroyed building at hilltop, but could be something else. And then we have this shot of the water tower that I think is close to Alexandria, and then a walker there, and then this walker in the middle of the woods. And then we have this shot of Eugene with a knife with blood on him. Now this connects to one of the behind the scenes photos that was released for Eugene. He's dressed in the same thing, and obviously it looks like he's dressed in some sort of a inmate clothing, like he's taken prisoner or something along the lines of he's in the work camp, something like that, which is definitely a remixed version of the comic storyline if they go that route when it comes to the Commonwealth. And then we have this shot of Jerry killing a walker. There's a body on the ground. I don't know who that is. I don't recognize him, but this is definitely at Alexandria. So they're just dealing with maybe walkers who got inside or something like that. And then we have this shot of more walkers and Aaron killing the bunch of walkers. In the voiceover, Carol says this is a path you don't want to go down. And as she says this, she's crying, or it sounds like she's crying, which is very interesting. I have a feeling she's talking to Maggie here, and I think Maggie is gonna do something to Negan, which causes Carol to say this. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. And then we have this other shot of Aaron killing a bunch of walkers with Jerry and Carol in the back. And then we have this title card, the beginning. And then we have this awesome shot of none other than Mercer wearing his red uniform. For non-comic readers, Mercer is the lead commander for the Commonwealth military. The Commonwealth being the group that came and captured Eugene, Yumiko, Princess, and Ezekiel. So Mercer is their lead commander, and obviously this is at the Commonwealth. In the background, we can actually see some promotional signs for the Commonwealth military. Fight the dead, save the living, which is like a slogan that they have at the Commonwealth for the Commonwealth military, which is pretty cool. And then we have this pretty interesting shot of Daryl throwing something. I think he's throwing like a knife or something towards someone, and we can actually see it hits this guy in the background right here. He's wearing a ski mask, so I think he's one of the Reapers, so that's pretty awesome. And obviously that's Gabe in the shot as well, so he just turns his head to see who Daryl just hit. And then we have this shot of one of the Reapers hitting the tree with this weapon which has blood on it. We don't see who gets hit here, so it could be a walker, it could be a person. This other shot of a bunch of Reapers with Pope at the forefront. Pope obviously is the leader of the Reapers. He was mentioned during the bonus episodes of season 10. Obviously it looks like this is when the Reapers confront the survivors. So it looks like there is some sort of a street brawl that happens, which is pretty interesting. In the voiceover, Negan says the only way this works is if we trust each other. Pretty awesome thing for Negan to say. So it looks like they have to put their differences aside and trust each other to get through this mess with the Reapers. And then we have this title card of End, so the beginning of the end. Obviously this is relevant because this is the final season. And then we have this shot of Ezekiel entering somewhere, some sort of a building, and then he's shocked to see something. And then we have this shot of Connie against the wall. Not exactly sure what this is about, but obviously we haven't seen Connie in a minute, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happened to her. Obviously she was found by Virgil, so not exactly sure what happens, whether Virgil tried to do to Connie the same thing he tried to do to Michonne or something, but it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I don't think this is connected to the previous shot with Ezekiel. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. And then we have this pretty awesome shot of Negan in a train car in the underground tunnels, pointing his gun at someone. Awesome shot. Very intriguing to see what this is all about. Obviously, we know someone is gonna be left behind accidentally or based on the circumstances in one of these train cars, and they're gonna have to go back to get him or her. So I'm sure that this is connected to that. Not exactly sure who Negan is pointing his gun towards though, but I have a feeling this shot could connect to another shot that we're gonna see coming up. And then we have this shot of Alden killing a walker, and then this shot of Gabriel with his shotgun in the underground tunnels, and then this shot of Elijah in the underground tunnels killing a Reaper, or maybe a walker, or maybe someone else. And then we have this awesome shot of Maggie pointing her gun towards someone, and then Daryl is in the background. I have a feeling Negan is the person Maggie is pointing her gun towards. I could be wrong, but that's the feeling I'm getting. With that, let's go back to the previous shot of Negan that I mentioned. We know that someone's gonna be left behind in the train car, but we thought it was gonna be an accident. But what if it's not? What if Negan leaves the person behind? Now, who is he gonna leave behind? I think it's gonna be Alden. And I think it's gonna be because Alden is gonna try to kill Negan. I might be wrong, but this is my bold prediction. And obviously, if Negan does something like that, that will prompt Maggie to point her gun at Negan here. So that's what I think is happening and how I think everything is gonna come together. I could obviously be wrong about this, but I'm definitely interested to know everyone's thoughts and opinions about this teaser or promo. Is there anything that you caught that I might have missed? Share that in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.
you